We love hip hop.
Despite, me and Natural reaching this milestone in our lives, turning 30, I don't think anyone had a more eventful week here than Friday Ricky Dread.
Oh, shit.
Friday posted a tweet, which probably at the time of this recording is at more than 100,000.
Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah, because I got to cut soon. But, bro, when I seen that, right? First, I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, oh, he wildin', but in like a good way. I'm like, yo, you're viral right now. You know what I'm saying? Then there was this one guy, I forgot who. He's like a random Twitter user. He's like, every day I thank God that I'm not Canadian. Like, you Toronto dudes are so disloyal.
So I'll pull up the tweet here on the screen here. So I pulled up the tweet I have here. I said, real talk, bro. You forced us to care about this shit for way longer than we wanted to because of a dumbass lawsuit. We rationalized, goalpost moved, and gave you the benefit of the doubt. And now the case is dismissed. And you're fucking with Canada's reputation. Enough already. We're over it. Okay, and that person who responded, I don't remember where this guy's page is, but if I can go up on Keepsake Solid.
Yeah, so then Keepsake Solid reposted
Who doesn't keep it solid?
Keep Drake solid, you glazer.
Shit.
But he posted that, and it had the city in an uproar.
No, because he posted it with a super biased angle. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of posted it with the lens of like, all right, everybody come dunk on Friday.
Yeah, so Drake fans tell off at Friday Ricky Dread for tweaking on Twitter. And then there was a poll that I can't see on the laptop, but I guess I can pull it up on the phone. But this is the tweet from I guess dude over here. I don't know if you want to read that.
This is why I thank God every day I'm not from Toronto, LOL. Y'all N-words the most disloyal, dishonorable, ungrateful, scumbag N-words on earth.
Jeez.
If that N-word wasn't born, the world would only know y'all for maple syrup. Not a single rapper from Toronto made it mainstream until this N-word touched mic and put your entire country on.
Not true.
Y'all know this N-word personally, and your first move is to talk about this N-word online. Stop stop hopping on the phone with this N-word if you're just going to act like a hoe right after.
Damn.
So here's the thing. He's not wrong about certain things. Like, if Drake didn't blow up, there'd be no We Love Hip Hop at this point. Okay? I'm not going to act like Drake didn't put on for the whole country for Canadian rappers. He's the biggest rapper in the world. But it doesn't force me to have to like the lawsuit.
I hear that.
I think that like when people, I think there's like this narrative where it's like if you're from Toronto, you have to have like a blind loyalty or a blind faith towards Drake. Like even kind of Mucho from Relentless Diaries, like the way how he wants is like, oh, Drake, OVO, anything. I'm not hearing nothing else. Whereas like you can critique some people sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I feel like if you really rock with somebody, then you offer them critique because you want to see the best for them.
Yes. I'm not trying to diss Drake, okay? I was saying with this lawsuit, right? And you have the paperwork for the lawsuit right there. The judge was saying, like, dude, a lot of this stuff in this shit it's battle rap stuff, man. You guys are going back and forth, dissing each other. And as somebody who's been in hip hop forever, I'm under the rules of battle rap. Not even just regular battle rap or like what these guys are doing song for song. Going to an actual battle and people saying things about each other's mothers and girlfriends that like, I would punch the person in the face, but I'm not a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that. And you know what? I salute your commitment to truth and journalism, right? But in the same breath, I do want to point to the laws of power in a sense, because there is a politic or like a political system that all of us operate in within the city.
Yeah. And
it's kind of like you wanted Drake to come on the platform and do an interview with you. You're complaining that,
let me stop you there. I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's a narrative that I feel like they're starting to get painted. That's not true. I would love it if Drake wanted to come on the platform, but I'm not like, yo, Drake needs to come up on We Love Hip Hop and do an interview. When I was making the commentaries, like he's going to all of these, white platforms.
Yeah.
Right? maybe go to some black platforms. We Love Hip Hop would be nice, but academics or whoever else would be nice too. That's what was my point was.
But you also said like, yo, just post it on the story. Like it takes nothing. It'll make a big difference, right? So
This
like
is
you
true.
want to be on his good side,
Mhm.
but at the same time, what he's seeing is you kind of like trashing him, even though what you're saying has some validity to it. It's kind of like if someone wanted you on their platform and then they were like dissing you the moment something bad happened, right? That's what I think would like throw people off.
But I feel like the problem with Toronto creators, whether you're the biggest or the lowest, any form of critique is seen as a diss. Yo, he's dissing me, bro. Yo, the man said I should start putting choruses instead of doing 48 bar songs, bro. He's dissing me, dog.
Yeah.
It's like, fam, nah, I think he's trying to like see you elevate a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want people to be looking at Drake and clowning him, thinking he's calling him Lobby Graham and all these stupid things. I just want to see Drake's greatness, fam. I want to hear his music and want to see him elevate and continue to rule the game. I don't like seeing the man get clowned. So I'm not coming from the perspective of, oh, Drake, you're a clown. I know I don't like people clowning this nigga, and maybe I'm trying to say, do stuff to make people stop clowning you, bro.
Yo, they want you to be like the biggest D writer. They want you to be like Aiden Ross. You see how Aiden Ross moves?
Yeah.
Yo, the way how Aiden Ross
wouldn't say one negative thing. Like everything he says has to be praised, essentially. And I think that could be a problem, not just with Toronto as a culture, but like powerful people, they want to be surrounded by yes men. So maybe to them, you're like a thorn on the side where it's like, bro, Friday, like, what are you saying now, bro?
Yeah, but
like,
if I'm telling the truth, am I not doing a better job than the yes mans who are telling you, just being an echo chamber, letting you know what you want to hear, not critiquing you, saying, you know what, maybe try this instead of this. Everybody else is just around you saying, yo, you're great, you're the greatest. Maybe the guy who's complaining that you're telling is a thorn in your side, maybe listen to him because he's trying to give you advice to help you win. I know I can never tell a man how to win who's already up there like that, but bro, I'm looking for the best. I'm not just trying to be like, oh, you're doing great, bro, because those guys are lying to you then.
And for those who are going to say, oh, Drake didn't ask for your opinion or whatever, you literally do a podcast. You critique the industry as a whole, and the man is the biggest artist in the industry. So like, we're just going to ignore weird moves, lame moves, like,
no, that's why I said, like, I salute his commitment to, like, journalistic integrity, because your job as a journalist or, like, commentator is to speak your truth or speak the truth, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I just see it from, like, the political angle, because I know that this world, it doesn't operate on truth. You know what I'm saying? I prefer truth, you know what I'm saying? But this is a world full of lies and ass kissing, and it's a dark place, you know? In order to advance in a lot of situations, unfortunately, you got to play the game. And I think for a lot of people, you didn't play the game in the way that it's meant to be played, but you can operate outside of that system and have your own lane, you know?
There's two things I want to say to that. One, with the ass kissing and stuff, if you look in the comments of that Keep Six post, every verified check mark, they're all asking, Nav is ass kissing. Oh, why are you saying this, bro? But Nav, weren't you literally dissing Drake the other, like, last year on behalf of the weekend and stuff?
Let's keep that for a separate segment, because that was on a separate post.
Okay. We'll get there.
I'm gone at 5.
Yeah. And we'll deal with that on our own.
And in regards to the game, I do agree that you do have to play the game, but we are getting into a world where the gatekeepers don't exist and the game is being broken, bro. Look at mans like Academics. Academics and Drake literally had beef. Academics was Drake's biggest critic, and then Drake literally had to embrace him because Academics started to get too big. You know what I mean? Academics literally became a millionaire, so you can't really style him on the money thing. And he has this huge platform where he can control the narrative, so you can't style him that way either.
Yeah, and what I've been told, because I've been told by a lot of people behind the scenes, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I just can't say it publicly. And I'm not going to out anybody who I've spoken to behind the scenes, but they say, I agree with you. I just can't say it publicly. So, but I've also been told the thing is, Academics he's already up, so he can afford to say these things. You're still trying to come up, so you got to kind of navigate a little bit differently so that, you know, you don't get suppressed. So what is it? So if I don't acquiesce and do things right because I'm in Toronto, I'll stay suppressed because the boy has, you know, he has the keys to the gate.
Pretty much. Look what happened to Boogs when that diss track was leaked.
The emoji.
Bro, like, and that's why, like, the political aspect of this culture, of this realm, it's more important than the truth in a sense, because like that's how power flows. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, a lot of people probably admire your courage. Maybe they're silent about it. Like, it's probably not as loud as people who are like vocalizing their disdain for it. But people are rocking with you for standing on business, because it's not like you were anti-Drake. It was just like you're pro-truth. In this moment, this is how you felt. Now you see how it played out, and you're like, yo, these are the ramifications of your lawsuit.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people will salute you for that. But it's just the people who aren't happy with you might be the ones who could have had the power to elevate you. But at the same time, if Drake wanted to put you on, he would have put you on already. That's how I see it. Like, you guys have been knowing each other for how many years?
20
years. You guys speak to each other, brother, you know? And one story post would change your life. And he hasn't done that. So I don't even think you owe him the loyalty that maybe people think you do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying there, brother.
But I do want to ask one thing. Okay, he posts Friday to his story. Like, what happens next? Like, the next video gets a lot of views, and then like, what happens next?
The whole platform probably increases in visibility. Friday's legitimacy is like further validated, I think, right? Because like Drake has how many millions of followers? At least like a 1, 2, 3, 5K, 10K are gonna be like, well, what's Drake talking about? He could give you an exclusive interview. He could call in. Like, there's so many ways he could partake if he wanted to.
I think doing an interview would like change, like move the needle. I don't think a story post would change his life though.
I'm not, and listen, I'm not asking for any of these things. I'm just listening to what you guys are saying right there, but you're making points. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a gesture where you're going out of your way. You know what I'm saying? So if that was something that you wanted to do, you would have done it already.
It's kind of like he expects support. And I don't know how he feels about this whole situation. I'm just assuming, but he expects support, but isn't giving you that same support. Like, he might throw a like here and there and stuff. But imagine like in one of Drake's photo dumps, there was a picture of Friday, Ricky Dredd doing some cool like activity. People would search, who is this guy? People would like, I think that could change his life.
In the sense of like, okay, now you have credibility, but Friday would still have to do something with it in the sense of like, maybe now you have access to bigger guests.
Yes.
Now you have access.
Well, listen, a little alley-oop, I'm running with that shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't even take me much, bro. As if Offset knows the shows that the show exists because they seen it on a Drake post, I'm hollering at Offset. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna wait and, you know, okay, now we big and just do my thing and just sit on my laurels. Fam, I'm gonna go stupid crazy. What?
Yeah, I got to cut still. I'm not gonna lie.
But yes, okay. Big salute to DJs are. All right.
Sorry I couldn't stay for the whole episode, boys. Y'all steer the ship. I will leave this lawsuit with you.
And we'll be right back.
We love hip hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.